Hello, this is Lucas Hernandez. I'm going to showcase right now my mobile and web technologies application and all of its functionalities for the final assessment, final written assignment of the semester here. So first of all, when we open up the app, we come to the login page. In case we have forgotten our password for our account, we can recover it by clicking on this link here. This will take us to this other activity here, where we have to enter our email, and we will receive a notification in our email with a PIN number. This PIN number will be associated to our account in the database. So when we enter it, when we enter the PIN number, it should be the same as the one in the database and the one we received to our email. So I'm gonna open up my email here and check what the PIN is. Hold on just 1 second. Need to open up my email. Yeah, so the PIN is 627 942. Okay. So now we insert the PIN. And we're able to change the password to whatever password we need, and this password will get stored in the database. Once again, it will replace the password that we had before. So the password is now 123456789. We can enter it here with our account. It just takes some time because the emulator is a little bit slow, but there you go. This is my profile picture here. I'm gonna log out. I wanna prove that that this actually works, so I'm gonna change it to another password completely, so that you can see that we can log in with another password. So if I change the password now, obviously the old password won't work anymore. I'm gonna check my email again real quick, and I'm doing this with an API. It's called Java Mail API. What it does is basically it sends an email using your Gmail account. You can set it up to send emails to the different users using their email account in the database. So now the new PIN is, which you can also change the PIN if you for some reason haven't received it, or you have deleted it from your email account. You can change the code here very easily. Just click this button and you have been sent another code, which I'm gonna check. So now the new PIN is 4 6 8 6 5 4. Okay, and now I will choose another password. This time I'm gonna choose I don't know, password 123 1 2 3. Of course we have validation here. Is the same validation as we have an the sign up and the login. Well, not the login, the sign up for creating the password. So if I write password here, it's not going to let me. First of all, because the password must have at least 9 characters and as a number and a special character. So if I do it like this, it should work. Yep, but we are missing the repeat password. I'm gonna deliberately make it different so that you can see it will say passwords do not match. So has to be the same password. It's password 123 dot, and now it should let me. Yep. So now if I try to access, it will let me. I will show you the sign up in just 1 second. I just wanna make sure that it's clear that this actually works. Okay, login. So as you can see, I've entered the old password 123456789 dot, but that one. Since I've changed my password, it won't work. So I need to use the new password. And now I have signed in successfully. So when I click OK, it will load the museums activity where I see all the museums, and you can see your account here. Anyway, I'm gonna log out once again. Now I'm gonna sign up. Show you sign up real quick before we go on with the main portion of the app. So I'm gonna all of this has validation, of course. I will show it in full detail in the obviously in the documentation and the final written assessment. But if I try to sign up with nothing, it's gonna tell me to write something in my name. If I add some weird character in my name, it will not let me. It must only contain letters, of course. And like this, well, we have validation of all sorts. Won't let me proceed without my last name either, or my email. I need everything to be filled in. If I try to enter my email and it doesn't have an email format, it won't let me either. And I obviously need a password. I'm gonna use the same password as before. It's gonna be password 123 dot, password 123 dot. Now here I could leave my profile picture empty, and this will be the profile picture that we will have inside the app. But I want to show you that you can change your profile picture and choose one from your photos in your mobile phone. So I have stored some photos in the emulator that we can choose from, and I will choose one of them, and these photos, they get stored in Firebase. So when I click one of these photos, it will basically get uploaded to Firebase, and it will be given a name, and this name will be stored in my PostgreSQL database. I'm gonna choose this one, for example, this photo. That's a photo of me. So it will get stored in the Postgres database with the user. So anytime we load the profile, it will will download this image from Firebase. Okay, so if we were to click this link again, is for if you accidentally click sign up, and actually you do have an account, you can use this link to go back, but we're not gonna do it right now. I'll show that this link works. Hold on. So I created this new account. I'm gonna log in with this account. but I want to show you that this link works, just to fully showcase all the functionalities of the app. So yeah, if we click, it goes back. The account we made was lucasharl11@gmail.com. Okay. No, that wasn't the password we chose, sorry. It shows password 123 dot. Well, if I enter a wrong password, of course it's not gonna let me. Oh, and another thing is if you try to sign up, real quick with an account, with an email address that has already been added, it won't let you. It's a special condition I've added, because basically the email is our unique identifier for the database, so we cannot really have it be repeated. So I'm gonna just show this real quick, so how it won't really let me do it. We'll say something like email is already registered. Yep, okay. So it won't let us, and we can't really use the same email twice. So we're gonna go back, and we are gonna finally go into the main portion of the app. I'm gonna show you the gonna log in with the account we just created, so that you can see that our profile picture will be on display, the one we chose. So if we go here, password was password 123 dot login. So we have signed in successfully. And as you can see, we have our profile picture is the correct one. It's the one we chose. If we go to the profile settings, however, this is gonna take a little bit. Yeah, we can change a couple of things. We can change our profile picture, actually. And this will simply just change, just upload another profile picture to Firebase, and obviously the name of this profile picture will get stored in the PostgreSQL. It will simply update the PostgreSQL database. So we're gonna choose this girl here, and this will be our profile picture. So we'll confirm the upload of the image, and then we get a notification down here that it has been successfully updated. And yeah, as you can see, the profile image will be the same for any of the pages we go to, because it gets loaded all the same in every single one of them. And so it's been a successful change here. Yeah, so another thing that I want to show is the profile settings. We can also change our password once we these are the details that we have in the database, and this is the password. So if we click here, we can edit it whenever we want if we know our password. So I will change it back to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay. So we have successfully changed this password. This is the new password. And once we try to log in again, we're gonna have to use this password, of course. We'll log out. Okay, so now we're gonna show the main part of the app is the museum tab here, where you can see more information about every museum in well, some of the museums in Wales, and every one of these pages here is fully loaded with information. They all have a tab layout here with information, reviews, and a virtual tour. And in the information section, we're gonna have well, all the information about the museum, of course, in the form of text, images, and videos. In the case of the videos, they're gonna be web views displaying just the IMAP from the YouTube. So this is one example I'm going to play. Since they take some time to load, I'm just gonna show one of them, but all of them work for every single one of these museums, and also for the articles in the cultural library, and the news and events also have videos. So yeah, this is the video here. Just a little bit slow to load in, but it works. So aside from that, we also have audio. Okay, so I'm recording this part of the video with my phone, because if I try to record with the Android Studio emulator, to screen record and play an audio at the same time, it won't let me. I think it's too much for the emulator, and it simply just won't work. But no, like it works perfectly fine otherwise. Every single one of the audios that are in every single one of the museums, and also the cultural library articles and the news and events articles, they all work perfectly fine. Yeah, I just have to show it this way because otherwise it just crashes the app. So if I press the play button, we'll hear the audio.
Cardiff Castle was built by the Normans in 1081.
We can pause it at any time, and we can play it where we left it.
50 years after King William the Conqueror invaded Britain from northern France.
And then we can also restart it.
Won Britain's largest arts prize.
You can see it
St. Fagan
working
National
for
Museum of History near
other
Cardiff includes more than 40
other
historic
museums, of course.
buildings
Every single
with
one of them works.
100 acres.
Okay, so now I will proceed to show the rest of the app. Here are the social media links. If we click any one of these, in this case the Twitter link, it will take us to the Cardiff Castle page. So it will show us here the link. It just takes some time, sorry. It's any time now. There you go. So the Cardiff Castle account, I'm not gonna wait for it to load. You can see it here. It's the actual Cardiff Castle account. It's just the emulator might crash if I actually stay to wait for that, because of it recording and all of that. But if I go to the Instagram page, show us the Instagram link here in just a second. I will probably speed some of these parts up. Yep, Cardiff Castle. I will once again go back to the app to show that if we choose another museum, it will take us to obviously a different account in Facebook and Twitter or on Instagram. Okay, yeah, so every single one of these obviously has different links. They will take you to their respective social media accounts, and you can also share them. Like for example, here if we go to the National Legion Museum, you can share any one of these links, which are the one we use to also to go to their accounts. You can share. See, we have here the Instagram link for the National Roman Legion Museum, and it will be different for each one of the museums, of course. If we go to the Code Museum, it's gonna be a different link. For example, if we go to their Twitter or their Facebook, if we try to share their Facebook link through this button here, it will be it's a link that goes to a Facebook account from the National Code Museum of Wales, or it's also called the Pitt Museum or something like that. So yeah, and you can share it through all of these ways: email or Bluetooth, quick share. If you have WhatsApp, it will also appear there if it was installed in the emulator. And yeah, so every single one of these museums, of course, they have their own information, their own text, their own images, and their own videos. As you can see, the Cardiff Museum audio, it is a different video to any other of the other videos in National Museum Cardiff. Okay. Go to this one. It will have it will have different text, different images as well. Yeah. If we go to St. Fagans, for example, same thing. Just trying to show you that all of these are actually different, and I've included different information. This was easy for me to do though, because I am using fragments, and I just programmatically change text depending on the activity, well, not the activity, the page I'm selecting. Depending on the bottom I'm selecting, I choose a different different text and different audio and different video through code. That way I don't have to make a different activity for each of these pages manually every single time, because it's basically the same showcase of information every single time. So we can make it consistent by creating fragments, and that way we only use one piece of code for every single one of these quote-unquote activities. So well, they are activities, but this part here, the information part, which one haven't I shown yet? I don't think I've shown the Legion Museum. They are activities, but it's only one activity as well for every single one of these. That varies depending on which one you clicked. We pass an extra with the activity, and this way we decide which reviews do we load, which virtual tour, and which fragment, how do we load up this fragment here, the information fragment. So that makes for a very minimal, very simple code that can be reduced for future pages that we want to add. It will be very easy to do so, which makes this code very maintainable, of course. So I also reuse these fragments for the cultural library and the news and events. So if we go here, you'll see that it's basically exactly the same format with images, video, audio. I'll show you that the video actually will load up. Yeah. I'll also show you every single one of these, just as proof, as proof of the of all the different differences between the articles. So I think this is a very complete app. It has a lot of information about Wales and its language, its museums. Access to like a lot of videos, a lot of audios. Sorry, it's taking, yeah. Just the emulator is a little bit slow right now because I'm recording. We go to history. And if we go to history here, we'll show you, of course, a different page. It's on video, it's on audio. Trying to go back here, okay. And then in the news and events tab, you'll see that it highlights the tab that we are at, like the page that we are. We're in cultural library right now, so we will select news and events. Yeah, it will load up events, news and events, and you'll see that this is highlighted now. Yep. And if we can read more, because each article will be here with its date, author. They will all load up here in the future when we add them to our app. So this one is about winter in Wales, and it has its own photo, video. It's basically follows the same formula as the rest of the stuff. Just keeping up with that consistency thanks to the fragment that I'm reducing for a lot of this information that is similar, displayed in a similar way. So I'm gonna back up now, sorry. Okay, so all we have to show now is the reviews, the virtual tour, and the accessibility options. So let's start with the reviews here. I'm gonna go to any of these museums, and we can see that on the top here it has like an average score, an average rating out of 5, and basically the number of reviews. And as you can see, I have like 5 reviews here, so we can see 4 reviews in a scroll view, and then you can load up the next set of reviews, which is gonna be 1, of course, because we have only 5 reviews. They all have each their own text and their own rating, and they all load up the names and the profile picture of the user that made them, because they are stored in a Postgres database. And yeah, I'm gonna show you that every single one of these reviews of this museum, has a different amount of reviews, and yeah, different user that reviewed them. So for example here we only have 1 review, 2.5 stars. Yeah, so if we haven't made a review yet in one of these museums, we'll have the option to do so. We'll have a button that says make reviews in the review section, like right here, and we'll be able to make a review. If we try to make a review that is empty, and we haven't given any stars or any opinion, it won't let us. It has a validation system, so we do have to enter our review here. So if I enter, for example, say like just one word, like I loved it or something, but we don't enter the number of stars, it's not going to let us either. There's gonna be a pop-up message that says please select a rating, so we're gonna give it 4 stars. And once we submit, all this information is going to be stored in our Postgres database. Okay, so now we have, as you can see, 2 reviews. And also I chose Postgres database because, as you can see, we have 2 reviews and the average score is obviously still 4, because we have 2 like 4-star reviews. These are different users, by the way. I also have like another account that is called has the same name, Lucas Arlandis, and has the same profile picture, but they are different users. They do have different emails attached to them. So yeah, sorry, it seems like the app just crashed because me recording is too much for the app. So I'll be back in just a second. And yeah, I'll just show real quick that if we go back to the Code Museum, oh sorry, I accidentally clicked the Cardiff Castle before. Hold on. We go to the Code Museum, we go to the reviews. We are not going to be able to make a review anymore because we've already made a review with our account. There's no more make review button. So if we go to another museum where we haven't made a review yet, like this one for example, we will be able to make the review, and I'll show you real quick that it will work. Like we can make a review here. This one has 0 reviews, so when we make the review the average should be 3.5 stars, because we are the only review. So I don't know, I'm gonna write like phenomenal. And when we submit, this review will be stored in the database. Then we can see the average is 3.5 stars. We have 1 review, and it's our review. So one of the last things I want to showcase is the virtual tours. We have here Cardiff Castle. So if we go to the virtual tour, this is just a web view of our already existing virtual tour in Google. It will just take some time to load, especially because since I'm recording, everything is way slower. But anyway, we'll return like tour, a virtual tour of the library. And we can move around. If it's way more fluid and moves easier if you're not recording, but it still works if you're recording, surprisingly enough. So yeah, we have a different one for each and every one of the museums. So we go to, for example, National Museum of Cardiff. This has, well, its own virtual tour. I will take some time to load. So we're inside. We can look around. We can actually read about much of the stuff in the museum, like the text that is displayed in the museum is also displayed here, and we can also move around, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, see here. So yeah, every single one of these virtual tours are a little bit different. For Cardiff Museum, I believe it's just a street view from the outside, because there's no actual images from inside that I've seen. There's not a lot of coverage about this one. It's just Google Street View that I found, so I just added that into the virtual tour. I believe this was suggested in the assignment that we could do this, and yeah, I did this for this case. So we'll just probably load us in. To street views, just take some time. I will speed this up probably. Yep. So here we are. Come look around. Just takes a lot to load. Sorry about this. Not really a problem of the app though. This is more of the emulator. See, like, because this is simply a web view, any mobile phone would be able to load this. Oh, and it closed it. I don't know why that is. Probably because it's too much for the emulator to handle, both recording and the virtual tour, so it closed. But it should work on a normal phone perfectly. It's just a web view, no problem. Like any phone can handle that. Is just a problem of the emulator there. When it comes to the Co Museum, we also have our own virtual tour thingy, but this time it's an actual like not Google Maps, Google Earth tour or something like that, with exposition about every single part of the museum, and then also like small parts where you have like Google Street View. So you press here and you can see like the different areas. Anyway, it's pretty cool, but just takes too much to load, and I don't want to take any more of your time, so I will go back and I will show you the accessibility features, because the other two museums that are here, they're very similar. It's just all very similar stuff, very similar web views with stuff I found out in the internet that will. So now I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna go to the options when this tab closes. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the options, and I'm gonna showcase the different accessibility options that we have in the app, which was one of the main focuses of the application. We can choose a language. Obviously, since this says Discover Wales app, we should be able to change the language to Welsh. So when we click Welsh, it will actually change the buttons here and the text. And when we go back, it will have changed all of the app. The names all change. When we enter each one of these pages, it will take some time for it to translate everything, because what I'm doing here is I'm using On the onCreate, I'm using a translator based on Firebase. So it's a library that uses like an AI machine learning kit, and so it takes some time to actually translate everything, but that way I don't have to translate by hand, and in the future anything that I add, well, I don't really need to worry about translating the stuff myself, because it will be automatically translated by the at first it appears in English, but then when you wait some time, it will be automatically translated to Welsh. It just takes like a couple of seconds, and yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. As I said, everything here in the app is translated. Just takes some time, sorry. Including cultural library and the events and news and all that stuff. The audio here as well gets translated. I'll show you the other pages as well. They all get translated, of course. Like this one, for example. So it just takes a little bit to translate, but yeah, there you go. First paragraph is translated, then the second paragraph will be translated soon. There you go, and then the third one. There you go. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, this kit. It will allow you to easily change the language in your app without too much effort. There you go. And it's also easy to implement any new language you want to implement. So if I wanted to add French or something like that, I would be able to do so without knowing French and having to translate everything and change it every single time manually. We don't really have to do that here, because as you can see, it gets translated automatically. There you go. And here as well. There you go. And yeah, that's finally all the app I covered. Oh no, actually no, there's one more thing I want to show. It's sorry, in the options we can also change the size of the font for people that have visibility issues. We can make the font larger or smaller for all the texts in the different articles, in the different museums. Small, medium or large. It's obviously for people with visibility issues. They can make their font larger so they can see better. These are safe preferences, so if you were to get out of the app and come back again, they will be saved. So for example, if we click here to here, you can see that the text is way larger and it's way easier to see it. This is the same for any article in our app, because they all use the same fragment. So it will be the same for everyone, of course. And I'm just gonna show you that if I was to like close the app and open it up again, sorry, yeah, it's just a little bit difficult to do this with the emulator. I'm just gonna close it. If we close it and we open it up again, the save preferences will still be there. So yeah, as you can see, if we go to any one of these museums, okay, the font is still large. That is because of the safe preferences, which is a sort of cache that applies to the mobile phone itself. So it doesn't really matter what account you log back in with. These are the settings that you've chosen for your phone, and you can only change this back if you go back to the options and you go back to Medium, basically. So I'm gonna do. Also gonna go back to English to show that that's also possible. And then when we go back, these settings will be saved, and wherever we go, the text will be back to normal. There you go. Final thing I want to show real quick is the talkback settings. So the phone, our emulator here, or any phone, they already have talkback settings implemented in their own settings. So all I had to do was basically create a button that takes you to the settings to activate talkback, and that automatically is compatible with the app already. So when you select a text view or something, it will dictate and tell you everything that is inside that text view, no problem. All you have to do is go to the accessibility options in the phone through this button and activate talkback. Right here you can select use talkback and allow. Yep. So when we go back to our app, it's gonna be slightly different. Okay, so now with talkback activated, we can select anything that we see on screen, like discover. Well, sometimes the audio lags a little bit just because of the emulator trying to deal with a lot of things at the same time. But if we click whales, yeah, and if we click the email, edit text, should say email. Yeah. And if we click password, we'll say password. Well, it should say password, but just because I'm recording it doesn't work completely 100%. But normally, if I wasn't recording, it should work perfectly fine. This works for any application, so mine is no exception here. So if I try to enter my email, for example, or my password, well, it should say each letter. When I'm writing it, it says it back to you. But I don't know why it's not doing it right now, but it normally does. Just as I said, it's probably just because I'm recording, and yeah, there's some problems with audio when you record at the same time as you're making the audio. So yeah. So anyway, that's all that I've implemented to the app. I think it's a very complete app, and I'm just hoping that this video wasn't too long, because I think it's going to be about around 50 minutes. So sorry about that. But yeah, I hope you liked my app, and yeah, thank you for watching.